Hello, everyone. This is Apostate. I recently came across a video that many people found to be funny. How funny, you might ask? Here he is, pointing at the answer. Too funny, apparently. This is a sheikh called Yusuf Estes. If that's how you pronounce his name, I'm not quite sure. He was asked if all Muslims have to wear the hijab. It's a serious topic, and he uses humor to address that question, and I'm not opposed to that. I dabble in that myself sometimes, as long as he answers the main question eventually. So let's see what he says.
I don't think so. All the Muslims have to wear hijab? Not the boys. Come on.
You got me there.
Wait. Muslim girls, sorry. Do the Muslim women have to wear hijab? How many say yes? No, it's not true. If I'm going to give you a one word answer, answer, the closest answer to that would be no.
The thing is, it doesn't have to be a one word answer. He's got the microphone. He can use as many words as he needs. But keep going.
No, if I can only say one word. Why? Well, because if she didn't want to wear hijab, it's okay, just stay home.
That's his answer. That's his mic drop moment right there. And what's really infuriating is the response from Muslims. I was shocked by his last answer. MashaAllah, nice way to spread Islam. I like it. This is proof that Islam is not a boring religion. It's a beautiful religion. Where the heck is the beauty in saying if a woman doesn't want to cover herself, she should lock herself up at home? Do these people really not see the problem with this joke? I loved that sheikh. He's one of the best men who converted himself to Islam after trying to prove Trinity to a Muslim guy. He ended up accepting Islam and even made dawah all over the world. Why do Muslims worship white converts to Islam? They can do no wrong. But to be clear, this kind of joke could have been said by anybody and they'd still find it funny. Indirect, he said, yes, of course, if you believe in Allah, you have to wear it. Wait, I thought it was a choice. I got shocked for a moment when he said no. Wow, ha ha ha. He represented such a valid solution for not wearing a hijab. What the heck, people? Sheikh Yusuf, may Allah protect him. Really funny, mashallah. May Allah grant him the highest level in paradise. His punchlines are so good. He's so cute, mashallah. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the irony of this man going from being a Christian from Texas, who would probably tell women what to do with their bodies, to a Muslim from Texas, who would tell women what to do with their bodies, except one of those two things is more PC than the other for some stupid reason. It's driving me insane to witness how a lot of people that I thought I knew and could relate to turn out to be completely brainwashed. There's nothing funny about locking up a woman at home if she doesn't choose to wear the hijab. And when people look at what's happening in Iran and other countries, they think that it is restricted to a certain geographical area or a certain culture or a certain people. It isn't. Wherever Islam goes, this mentality goes. Muslims don't seem to be challenging a joke like this or that sentiment that a woman has the responsibility to cover up, or else she has to take measures to make sure that men don't assault her or that men aren't even enticed. And where would they get that idea from? From this one sheikh? Well, one way they could have learned this idea is from a hadith like this one. The Prophet said, a woman should be concealed, for when she goes out, the devil looks at her. But if you look at the Arabic words, istashrafaha shaitan, which actually means he uses her to tempt men. He uses her as a pawn to tempt men. Here it is explained as meaning either that the devil makes her attractive to men or that he looks at her to seduce her and to seduce people by her. Not only do women have to look out for creepy men and excuse them for their behavior, but also invisible creatures. When you terrorize a woman into thinking that not only are men out to get her and it's her fault, but ghosts are as well, you should not have the audacity of saying that the hijab is a choice. The hijab is a tool of oppression, and I urge you to listen to the women who say that. Of course, there are a lot of women who are okay with it or seem to think that they chose it voluntarily, even though many of them grew up being told that they will be tortured for every single hair that a strange man has seen on her head. But it's totally a free choice. It seems like empathy for women is a rare commodity in these communities, at least not the way that we understand empathy. To pose the two options for Muslim women as either cover up or stay home is not a funny way of putting it. So before you dismiss women who say that hijab is not a choice, before you celebrate the hijab, think of what it means, what it symbolizes, and the harm that it causes. Think of how many women are locked up because they don't want to wear the hijab, and how many women have lost their lives when they try to act on that so called freedom of choice. This is one of the most effective scams in the world. There are billions of people who believe that if a woman is not actively covering her hair, then she is showing it. But much like I'm not showing my hair or my eyes when I'm walking around in public, they just exist. A woman is not showing her hair because she doesn't want to wear a hijab, because she doesn't want to be responsible for your pervy eyes. So you might find it funny. I think it's horrible, and I find it horrific that so many people seem to laugh about this matter. And if you thought this was crazy, then boy, do I have news for you. Unfortunately, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It feels so bizarre to come from a world where this stuff is normal and still not feel acknowledged. People should be aware of what the hijab means and what Muslims themselves think of the hijab. It is not an innocent piece of garment. It is a dehumanizing tool of oppression, at least not just in my opinion, but in the opinion of many women who say that themselves. So please do listen to them. And if you want more insiders' takes on craziness in the Islamic world, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, think critically and think for yourselves.
Regarding the hijab, I mean, everybody says a choice, but it wasn't a choice for me. Neither was it for my sisters or for any of the friends that I know. I mean, I used to say it was a choice too before I became an ex-Muslim. That's the funny thing about it.